Hello, Spirit Familia. Welcome. I'm in a new space today, a new place, on a break, on a spring break. Trip with family. And I'm coming on here because I saw a video that really talked about something that really kind of like, it gave an epiphany, a beautiful image to something that I personally have been going through. And I know we all go through. I had a video where I spoke about, heal live with me, because I was moving through my emotions, because I think it's also helpful. And I'm at a space where I don't care how it looks or how it seems. It's so truthful. It's so authentic and vulnerable and from the heart. And it's so healing for me to join with you and to show up like this again and again. So why not do it? Why not start this journey together? 111 as I say that. So for everyone who's new here, I'm Estefania, but you can call me Steph. And this channel's called Spirit Led Steph. Because I'm here walking this path just like you are, figuring it out. My transformational journey has started from the beginning of time, because you can see hindsight is 2020, and you can see how the Spirit's always working in our favor for us. Breakups for us, heartbreaks for us, moves of our lives for us, jobs, loss of jobs for us, contracts for us, things that didn't work out for us, things that were taken from us for us. Again, for us, for us, for us. And we can only truly see it when we look back. And that's what comes to teach us this incredible lesson of we don't know what anything is truly for. I guess what we can learn from this is that we know it's for us. But what it's for, what it's here to teach us, why it seems like a problem now, like the whole specifics about it, that's not our job. That's the divine's job. Our job is to trust. Our job is to hand it over. Our job is to, as the Course in Miracles says, accept the atonement. Accept this moment as it is. Accept the truth of who we are. One with the divine, one with God, the true Son of God. One Son, this oneness that we all are connected in. That is the Christ mind. That is the truth of who we are. And we have access to that. And the more we heal and the more we reveal that truth to ourselves, the more we really become to know what the ego is and watch it and expose it, because it's always running, and it will run in our experiences too, because this and the experience, remember, it is all interconnected. It is all feeding each other, right? So doing that, the more we do that, the more we expose, we are really dissolving the ego, dissolving the illusion, lowering the veil, and waking up, attaining true sight about what things are, what they're for ultimately, what this is all about, who we truly are in the eyes of God, in the mind of God, right? As children, as light, light workers, miracle workers. And so I saw this video, and it just hit like a little beautiful, it sparked a small epiphany in something that I've been moving through, talking about releasing unworthiness, right? And it's really going to deeper levels of things, because being on the journey, there's things we're already healing. We're already moving through stuff. Yes. And yet sometimes we feel like we've moved forward significantly on so many things. Peace has really been now almost like the default. The default is no longer the ego space, because we're born into the default of the ego, right? Think of like a computer, and you have your default setup. That's the egoic setup that we come into when we're born. And then we get all this programming and the way it's supposed to be and how things are supposed to move in the programming, until the moment that whole program, doesn't matter what the programming is, and how maybe caught up, imprisoned we are by it, right? Or trapped by it, seemingly. Just be very intentional about that word. How seemingly trapped we are, because we're never truly trapped. In our most truest essence, it is never trapped, right? So how seemingly trapped we are, there is always a force working, even to use the default system to awaken us, to heal us, to bring us closer and closer to the experience of who we are, to the experience of God's love, pure love that resides in us, but is activated when we wake up. 555, as I say that. Activated. And it changes everything. It changes everything. It changes us in the inside out. It changes the purpose of all things. It changes the goals. It shifts us from within and then so without, right? And so for me, that, little spark of epiphany that I saw in a video, this like idea of a slingshot, and I wanted to share it with you guys because healing can be like a slingshot. This is it. Where a slingshot, you gotta be taken back to then be propelled forward. Metaphorically speaking, that is so beautiful. We have to be taken back. And sometimes we feel like, man, what about all the work I did? What about all the things I have accomplished? And I'm talking about accomplished spiritually, right? Like healing I've moved through, concepts that I've let go of, new concepts that have now been ingrained and rooted in me. And yet something comes up in my life and I'm like, whoa, where did this come from? And how did this just show up? And yes, I know things are for me. Yes, we can have that knowledge. And yet the pattern is so strong because it was so programmed into us. Or even our interpretation, it wasn't like there was someone programming it, right? Let's take away that. It's just the mind itself, the egoic understanding of things. The egoic mind. Sorry, I thought I heard someone walking over, but I think it's just ducks. Little duckies. Can you hear that? Take a second to listen. Let's break the egoic mind for a second and listen to nature. So the egoic mind, I'm gathering my thoughts now. I really broke the egoic mind and now I don't know what I was saying. So that we can move forward on our journey. I'm coming back to it. And that like we've progressed, right? Let's say, in an evolutionary sense, even though there's a part of us that will never evolve because it is purely spirit and complete and whole and needs nothing because it is, and that is the God us, right? The Christ in us. That is the direct essence of who we are. And we're just remembering that and accessing that. But in that journey, as we awaken, we're moving forward. We feel how things are moving for us, how we've healed, how the peace becomes more and more part of our life, the foundation. It becomes the default, right? Before the ego was the default. There we go. Before the ego was the default of our lives. And now there's a new setup, right? New seeds have been planted. New roots are growing. And yet something can come into our lives because this is a life where we are experiencing more and more the deeper. So when we start healing what's on the surface, right? We start healing things that are on the surface, the most obvious things. Maybe the biggest one, right? And then within that, as you heal, you go deeper. You see like deeper beliefs, deeper systems, deeper programming that you might not be willing to let go of so easily. boom, you keep looking at that, you release, you forgive, yeah? And not just forgive other people. This is the Course in Miracles version of forgiveness, right? This is a whole forgiveness. This is an inclusive forgiveness, a radical acceptance of what is. The Course in Miracles teaches us that what our truth is, right? The Christ in us, the truth of who we are in God. And that truth can never judge, can never destroy, could never be killed or be born, because it is one with God. It is forever pure, true, whole, right? And so that truth in us, which we carry, which is our essence, is our truest identity, which we're awakening to more and more, 11:11, as I say that, we're awakening to. It's this new beginning. That truth is the truth that we're remembering as we forgive. We're remembering not only in us, because if it's in us, it's in our brother. So to look at our brother and say, actually, his behavior doesn't define who he is. What he's chosen to do to me or to other people in this life doesn't define truly who he is. The avatar, let's say, right? That is all part of the egoic system, all of the egoic default system. And to start to distinguish the difference between the egoic default system, the programming, and the true essence of the person. And true forgiveness is to say, I know you for who you truly are. And what I thought you did and what I believed about you, or what I believed about myself, or what I've believed about this world, because they are all interconnected, those beliefs, was never true. That is the ultimate forgiveness. Sorry, I got a call. But this is all going to the slingshot idea, right? How beautiful is this idea? And it makes me think also, if you actually look at like many flowers, and there's a beautiful what do you call those, time lapse, that they get like a flower, and a flower as it blooms, it kind of does this. And then it opens more and it retracts. And then it opens more and then it retracts. And it opens more and it retracts. And it opens more and it retracts. And so it's a beautiful metaphor of the healing journey, of the slingshot idea, right? Like there is retraction, and yet that retraction is purposeful. There's a reason to that retraction. There is a reason why you have to be pulled back enough so that you can slingshot forward into your next timeline, into, it's almost like a quantum leap of healing. You heal this, you really move into the deepest layer of what's left there, and it propels you forward. 111 in the new video. It propels you forward to start anew, to start in peace, to feel at ease, to leave the load that you've been carrying, that sometimes we don't know we've been carrying. And that's what I wanted to get into, is that this slingshot idea is how we go deeper. It's just showing us that we're going into the deeper layers of the mind, into the deeper subconscious that is guiding our life, and that has been guiding our life up until now. So the fact that we are having a slingshot moment is a beautiful sign. Take it as a, congratulations, you're going deep. And if you're going deep, it's that you've leveled up. So what you're getting is a little more. What you're getting is an unexpected lesson. What you're getting is for you so that you can clean out, literally, clean out what's in the mind. Clean it out. Purify it. There's one of the principles in A Course in Miracles, and it says that, miracles are natural. I don't know if these two lines are together, but it's what's coming now, and I know they're in there. So miracles are natural. If they're not occurring, something has gone wrong. And for miracles to occur, purification is necessary first. What purification is Jesus talking about? What purification is Spirit talking about when it's telling us purification is necessary first? Purification of the heart. Sorry, I said the heart and I heard the mind. Purification, let me run that back. purification, it is the heart. It's the spiritual heart, right? But it's all in the mind, including the heart of the body, right? The heart that's guiding us. Purification of the mind. And maybe that was a beautiful slip up actually. It's like the heart of the mind is what's being purified. The heart of the mind that's been guiding us. And what is the heart of our mind? The true core of our heart is God. 333 as I say that. Thank you. The core of our heart is God. And yet, the heart itself and the mind, what's running it, what's, like, that needs purification to access all the miracles. And the first miracle, the miracle always starts in the mind. It is an internal shift that then becomes an external evidence or an external experience. And sometimes it might not be external here. Sometimes there's a part that says like miracles heal and reach people and places and things that you may not ever be aware of. So like, you just worry as a miracle worker of doing your part. You just worry shining your light. You just worry about your own mind, exposing the ego in your mind. Keep watching, keep doing that mind training, keep staying aware to what's showing up and what's challenging you and what you're still believing in. Be honest about it. We are here to be authentic about what is showing up for us so that we can move through it, so that we can release it, so that we can access peace, the peace of God that surpasses all understanding, and then bridges us over to joy, crosses us over to joy, because they are one and the same. But when we access that peace, there is a restfulness, and we immediately, automatically, inevitably access joy. So these slingshot moments that seem to be out of peace, that seem to be very far away from joy, are really the pull to propel you into peace and joy, to propel you into knowingness, into truth and knowledge. Knowingness. You like that? I made that up. Into knowledge, not human knowledge, right? Into true knowledge, wisdom that we are given, that we have access to, that we can download when we are clear, open, receptive, healed, aware, vigilant, thankful, grateful, and ready to serve. So once again, just to wrap things up here, every slingshot moment is for us. It is done to prepare you. And it may seem like you're falling back. It may feel like, what is going on? Why is this so hard? Or I thought I was past this. Or I thought I was better at this. All the judgments that the ego likes to, let me latch onto this. She's moved up in this position. He's done all this work. And now something shows up in life. Oh, let's bring the guilt on, because that keeps them there. Nope, we're not falling in for that guilt, friends. We're recognizing, interesting, this may be a slingshot moment. And I'm going deeper. I'm cleaning out the corners of the mind. I am exposing the ego. I am seeing it for what it is. I am seeing it, how it's trying to trap me, how it has trapped me. And I am not afraid. I will move through these emotions. I will recognize, I will be truthful to the moment, to what I'm feeling, but I will ultimately know that it is all for the purpose of me becoming more of who I am in God, in truth, in love. And so I invite and I welcome this slingshot moment, that it may propel me and shoot me and surprise me into the next space, next stage, next moment of my life experience, whatever that is to be, wherever spirit wants me, wherever God wants me to serve and shine my light, that I may be propelled there. That is my prayer for every single one who is watching this video. And I hold myself within that prayer because, as I always say, we are all connected. The mind is one. And my propulsion is yours. My healing is yours. My success is yours. We inspire each other. We are here to uplift each other. We walk together. Don't let it become something that is competitive, that creates separation. That is another trap. Let's start recognizing the traps more and more. That is the mind training. That is the vigilance to remember who we truly are in God, moment to moment. Sending you all so much love. If you like these videos and you connect, and you feel it in your heart, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what's on your heart. If there's anything that you're facing that has some sort of, feels like a step back, right? Like you're sort of losing your ground, whatever it may be, remember, this is your slingshot moment. And so feel free to share it here because we're all walking together and we're doing this together. And we got this together. So bless you all. Go shine your light, just like that beautiful sunset in the back. All right, stay blessed, my friends. See you soon. Mwah.